Okay, good morning and happy Monday. It is Monday here. I have my affirmation of the day all set to go, and we are doing strength training today with a lot of lower body focus. So I have a band. It's going to be used above the knees and some weights and, option to use a stability ball or a bench for some of it. So have those things ready. So affirmation of the day. I love this one. I read it on my social media that I'm trying to do every day on this as well. Okay, so your mental health is more important than the test, the interview, the lunch date, the meeting, the family dinner, the soccer game, the recital, and the grocery run. Take care of yourself. So that applies to all of you here. I was going to insert like soccer game with any kind of sport your child is playing or you're playing. The musing is make health your number one priority each and every time. Without our physical and mental health, we have nothing. And that's just true. I don't have to speak anything else. It's perfectly stated on here. And your quick affirmation is I will allow space to look after my mind and mental health. And I'm going to add physical health to that. So create space. I was saying this morning when I was speaking about this that, sometimes we're afraid to say no to things, but we're really not into going. I mean, yeah, sometimes we should get out of our comfort zone and go, but if you're really tired and you don't want to go somewhere, you don't want to go to the grocery store, you don't want to maybe do something, and you can get away with not doing it to preserve your mental or physical health, don't do it. Assess the situation, but, preserve yourself and you'll feel a little bit reinvigorated the next time. That's all I have to say about that. So we have a good playlist today. I forgot about this little playlist. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Good. I see you guys dancing away there. All right. Good to go? Good. Okay. I can make it a little louder. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's get nice and warm. Turn your fitness tracker on to HIIT training. I'm sorry, not HIIT training, strength training. Strength training. All right. Okay. I'm going to turn mine on. We'll do a little bit of cardio, but the heart rate's going to go up with a lot of the compound moves. All right. So we're going to roll those shoulders back. Good. We'll get right to it. 2 more. Last one. We're going to squat it out. Squat. Good. Just do whatever you want with those arms. The hips go back first. Good. Hold the next one down. Lift and lower the heels and come up. So it's down, lift, lower, come up. Just warming up those ankles. Try to keep those knees so they're not coming too far forward. Good. Good. 2 more. Push into those heels on the way up. We're going to go right to a hip hinge. Fingertips at your temples. Hinge and then come up on the toes. Good. So hinge, 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 and come up on the toes. So we're going to do a lot of legs today. Good. Couple more. Oh, I stayed up a little longer on that one. Go at your own pace for these. I'm going to sneak one more in. Good. All right. And we're going to take those hands together. We're going to halo and lateral lunge. Halo, lateral lunge. Good. So we're 2 for 1 here. We're warming up the inner thighs, the obliques, the shoulders. We do have some standing core built into a lot of these moves. Good. Press into that whole foot. 1 more each side. Last one. Good. All right, we're just gonna have our arms overhead and we're gonna march. And you're gonna have those arms a little in front. And really engage that core before you bring the knee up. And keep this going and then draw the shoulders down. Just open up that chest. Keep that core tight. Last one. Nice. We're going to open up those feet wide. Good. And we're going to go side to side. Good. If you want, you can bring your hands to the floor. Ooh, my hips are tight. Toes are facing front, and your whole foot is pressing down. Good. 4, 3, 2, and then fold over both legs and just let everything hang heavy here. Take it over to your right ankle, and you can take a little twist here. Rotate that wrist. Maybe open and close the fingertips, the fist. A couple times, other side. Get that rotation. Both legs are fairly straight. You can have a slight bend. And then fold it over. And then walk or jump your feet in and roll it up. All right, we're ready to go. Look at, she's going. I see jumping. You can jump in those feet. All right, I'm gonna put my fan on. It's hot in here. Okay, we're gonna start with that band. Now you can use the rubbery band, the fabric band, or no band at all. Okay, you're still gonna feel it. I'm putting this one on. This is my medium, but it just feels so tight lately. I'd like to know when it gets easier. Okay, we're gonna do a squat to a deadlift. So weights at your side, we're gonna squat and then deadlift. So we warmed up with these two moves. Everything's 45 seconds. We're gonna repeat this, okay? Back to back, we're gonna repeat it. Okay, so I'm gonna get my, I think I'm gonna just go 15s with this one. I lifted a little heavier over the weekend, so I may go moderate today. Okay, 45 seconds. And get that little stretch on the band. We're gonna start with a squat. Here we go. So we hinge and squat. Good. Good. When you do your deadlift, I like to imagine a piece of fruit underneath my armpit. I know that sounds crazy, but your arms are kind of just shaving the front of the legs. You should be challenged by the band as well as by the weights you have. Good. Almost there. Push your whole foot into the floor. This is your last one. And we're going to put those weights down for 15 seconds, and we're going to do that one again. So if you want to get something heavier or lighter, you can do that. I'm going to keep with what I have. All right, pick up your weights. We're going to do it again. I'm going to start with a deadlift this time. Ready? Here we go. There's your deadlift. Push it up. Pushing into those heels. Good. Good. So your deadlift might be a little slower than your squat. They can both be slow, especially if you want to hold that squat a little longer and you're actively pushing out against that band. So you have about 15 seconds to go. So think about how you're feeling. Is this too easy? Do you need heavier weight? It does make a difference with the band. Good. And give me one more. Finish with a squat. And put your weights down. Very nice. Okay. We have a dead row. We're going to do 3 rows. So we're going to come down 3, 2, 1. Push into the heels, come up. All right. So again, I'm going to stick with I think for the first one, I'm going to do 12s. And I'm going to face the palms towards me. The second one, I'm going to go heavier and keep the palms facing each other. All right, ready, set, here we go, 45 seconds. So we do 3 rows. You just need your back to be straight and your hips to be back. So it's not a squat, it is a dead lift row. Push into those heels strong. When you come up, you're trying to just stand and not lean back. Good. I like to change that grip. Now, if this was too much on your back, you could do 1 and 1. You could do 1 deadlift and 1 row and come up. Good. Finish your last one. Come down slow from that row and stand. Good. Put them down. We're going to repeat it. Now you can use the same weights and do the same row, but I'm going to turn my palms in. And we're still going to do 3. Ready? And begin. So I have my heavier weights. Even if you only get 5 or 6 reps in with your heaviest weight. There's Jenny. Now you could keep that same grip, so I could very well keep that palms facing me, but it's a little harder with these weights, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna keep here. Push your feet into the floor. Oh. Ooh, Mondays are tough. Elbows back. Think about your back, lifting the weights. Give me 1 more, really getting a lot of core here. And last one, and bring it up. Good. All right. The next one, we're going to do a step through lunge. You have the band on, so it's not going to be a deep lunge. 1 weight. You're going to keep your right foot forward, and we're going to lunge wood chop. So it's like a little step back, kind of a baby lunge. Because you have that band, you're a little restricted, but you're going to feel your right glute. It's one of my favorites. I think I'm going to use a 12. Remember, on the wood chop, we're not bending the elbows. We're just keeping that arm straight, and I'm going to hold on to the head of the dumbbell. Actually, I'm going to go with the 10 here. I did this one yesterday trying it, and I thought it was hard with the 12. We're going to do right and left. So this one, we just repeat right and left. All right. I'm going to show you from the front. We're taking the left leg back. Here we go. So I want you to push into that right heel. It's not about being quick. You can still go down to a decent lunge here. 45 seconds each side. Now, keep going. I'm going to show you. You can do this with no weight. Just keep your hands together. And believe me, you are still going to feel it. Okay, so you're going over that bent knee. Nice. Good. Love it. Looks great, guys. Side angle. Should be feeling that right glute and the core. Good. 1 more. Put that weight down. 15 seconds, and we'll go to the other side. I'm going to grab a drink. Okay. Same weight. We're going to go to the other side. Hope you felt your right glute on that. I really felt it. Left leg forward. Ready? Step back. This also is great for your balance. Good. Told you this is a good playlist. Okay, keep going. Just turn to the side. And I'm just keeping that moving leg, just the toe is down as you chop. Now you can take your gaze towards the weight on the way down and the way up. Good, 2 more. Last one. Whew. Put it down. All right, last one with the band on. Well, I shouldn't say that. 2 more with the band on. All right. We're going to get that right leg forward again. And we're gonna have a split staggered squat. Everything straightens, everything bends with a curl. Okay, so this is a little bit more about back and biceps this set. So hammer curl, or you can do palms up curl. I'm gonna try 12s here. And this is another one where we're gonna do right and left. Whew. So it's not a lunge, it's a split squat, like a single leg squat. So you're just up on that back toe. Ready? Everything is straight, right? Everything bends. Here we go. Keep going. When you come up to your curl, I talk about this a lot. We're not coming all the way up. Okay, we're coming about here. You want to keep that elbow down. So anywhere above that halfway is going to work here. Now, if you're feeling fatigued, you can go one arm at a time. Always a way to work around. You can do a twisting curl. Getting those legs here. And that heart rate's coming up. Last one. Put them down. So you should feel like you want to take those weights down, okay? Take them out. Open up the grip. We're going to go right to the other side. So you can do a different curl. Doesn't really matter. Left leg forward. Whew. All right, ready? Stagger and go. I love single leg squats. They're my favorite. We have one more move after this that we're going to repeat before we take that band off and move on. Keep your wrists straight. Sometimes when we curl, we tend to, when the bicep gets weak, but we don't want to hurt that wrist. You only have 5 seconds. Chest is up. Remember, you're a squat. Last one. Put them down. Whew. All right. Side to side squat press. I'm going to take one weight and press in the middle. The one thing you want to make sure with the band, when you step out, you don't leave your knee like that, okay? Where your foot goes, your knee goes, okay? So it might be very narrow on me because this band is tight. I'm going to take one weight. You can take 2 weights. I'm going to take 115. All right, have that little stretch. I'm going to take my right leg out first. Here we go. Now, for some reason, you can't go overhead. Just hold the weight at your chest. It's fine too. Or you can do a front raise, lighter weights. Really press down into your lowest squat. So think about the weight you have, and when you go overhead, make sure you're not leaning back. Straighten those arms at the top. Yeah, you got it. Press. You're really using your legs and your hips and your core to get that weight up. A little bit of shoulder. Last one. And put it down. Whew. So assess the weight you had. Maybe you want to use 2 weights. Whew. I'm going to use 2 8s just to get a feel for how it is with 2 weights. I'm going to show you. We're going to go out with your left leg first. Ready? Here we go. I love this format where we go back to back. Think about using your legs to bring those weights up. Really stretch that band. Remember, it's a squat. Both heels are down when you push out to the side. Ooh. 2 weights, I always feel is harder. even if they're not your heaviest weight. It's a little bit more shoulder stability. One more. And time. Woo. Bring them down. You can take that band off. Ooh. Just keep it to the side. You'll need it in a little bit. Grab a quick drink. Okay. All right. A little bit more shoulders and biceps and triceps. We'll mix. All right. The first time we do this, we're going to hold the weights here. You're going to squat, twist. One weight or two. Okay? The second time we do it, we're going to do overhead tricep, knee, no squat. Okay? So you're working core, you're getting shoulder stability here, a little bit of biceps, and then triceps. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to try 2 10s. See how that is. You're going to feel it in your chest and your biceps isometrically. All right, ready? Squat, knee, twist. Here we go. Feels good to have that band off, I'll tell you that. Now I'm rotating. I'm not moving my arms. I'm trying to go a little lower on my squat. It's hard with 2 weights. Woo. Blow it out. Now, hopefully going down lower in my squat than last time with the band. Woo. Shoulders. A lot of core when your weights are up in this rack position. That's why it's a little harder. Woo. One more. Time. Woo. Chest. Shoulders. All right. Now we're going to take either 2 weights together or 1 weight. I'm going to take 2 8s. So it'll be like a 16-pound weight. No squat on this one. Just that knee twist. Really pull that core in. Tricep. All the way follow through, twist. The twist is going to be slow. Actually, the whole thing is slow. Let me show you from the side. Core is working hard while those weights are up. You want to almost tilt the pelvis a little bit more so you're not extending through the upper or lower back. Whew. Come on. Whenever you're pushing 2 weights into each other, it's a little more chest. So you're going to feel it a little bit more in the chest when you do it with 2 weights. So if you want to get that sensation, get 2 lighter weights. Find that balance. Last one. And time. Whew. All right. We're going to go curtsy, lateral raise. Okay? The next time we do it, we're going to do a front raise. So we're going to curtsy, lateral raise, curtsy, lateral raise. This is probably one of my favorites to do. Now, I'm going to use 8s for the lateral raise. And then I may use maybe 5s or 1 weight for the front raise. So we'll go lateral first. Slow is the name of the game. Ready? I'm going to take my right leg back first. All right, here we go. Curtsy. Lateral raise. Now you can plant the feet before you do your lateral raise, or if you feel like you can start it right there, that's fine too. I'm going to try that since my weights are a little on the lighter side. Your weights are slightly angled out in front, chest up, hips facing front. About 10 seconds to go. Oh, I'm slowing down. Wrists are nice and straight. Abs are tight. Last one. Whew. Put them down. Oh, if that was hard to finish, you're right there. So this one, you can take one weight. We're going to keep with the curtsy. Front raise. Maybe you keep the same weights and you can alternate your front raise. Lots you can do here. Whew. I think I'm going to try to keep the weights. Okay, let's do this leg back first. You're right. Here we go. I'm definitely going to plant my feet before I do the front raise. Palms are facing each other. I guess they could be down too. Abs are tight. Now you could go heavier and you can alternate. Totally fine. I want you to squeeze those glutes. A lot of core when you come up for that front raise. You want to lower it slowly though. You don't want those weights to fall. Control it. You control it on the way down. Good. Woo. And you have one more after this one. Woo. Finish it. Nice. Put them down. Woo. All right. Okay. We have a bicep curl again. But we're going to take the weights together. Diamond curl. It's going to be harder. You're not going to be able to go all the way down because your hands are together, but just go to wherever you can, okay? These are harder. We're not doing anything with the legs. I'm going to try 10s. I may have to go to 8s. You need to have the weights together. Again, it's going to activate a little more chest and shoulder. So start here. Here we go. So by pushing those weights together, it's definitely harder on your core. You can open up your feet a little more. I did that and I really have a little more space there. But keep a slight bend in the knee. Just do your best. Keep pushing the weights together. Don't let those weights come apart. You're using your chest as you push the weights together. Almost there. Tuck that pelvis. We're going to be doing this one on the floor with the chest press. It's a lot harder. Last one. Put them down. Assess what weights you had. If it was hard to finish, but you could finish, maybe you start out with that weight and then you go lighter to finish. We're going to do that again, unfortunately. Whew. All right. I'm going to start out with the 10s. I may have to go to my 8s. It's a lot of chest. All right. Here we go. Take it one rep at a time. Squeeze your glutes. Come on. I feel 8s coming. So you can't go really all the way down, but you're almost straight. I like down 3, up 1. So lower, 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 that eccentric. Make sure you're not doing this because that's cheating. It's also not good for your back. Oh, you only have 10 seconds left. Can't really do this with one weight. It's not the same sensation. So I'd rather you just get 2 lighter. Ooh. Maybe one more. And up. Ooh. All right. Open up the biceps. Maybe wring out your wrists. I'm just looking to see what we have next. Ooh. We're going down to the floor. Okay. Now you can use your band for this one, but you don't have to, okay? You're gonna be on all fours. You need the grippy one. If you are using the latex one, you're gonna put it above your knees, but then when you get on all fours, you're gonna put one knee on it, the one that's down, because it'll stay in place a little better. If you have the one with the fabric, use that one. All right, I'm gonna have my hands on dumbbells to keep them just a little bit neutral, okay? All right, we have more back coming up too. Okay, all right, so we're gonna have our hands here. If you wanna be on your elbows, you can. That's another good option, okay? Either way is fine, okay? I'm gonna have my hands on these to start, and then I may go down. Lengthen through your neck. Take your leg closest to me back, okay? And we're gonna do glute lifts here, up. And you're gonna be somewhat limited. If you wanna go knee, let's do that one. Knee in and extend. So if you're just like not happy on your hands, you can go right down to the elbows. As long as you're not moving your back, breathe. Think about your core here. It's working really hard. You can also have one elbow and one hand down, okay? A lot of people like that one. I'm going to keep both down. You can do this without the band, or maybe take a little light dumbbell behind your knee and keep your knee bent if you want to just add a little resistance. Come on, push against that band. These are hard, I know. Come on. Oh, and one more. And bring it down. Sit into child's pose. Now, if you didn't have the band and you were like, oh, that was easy, you can add another 15 seconds of pulses there if you need to. We're going to go right to the other side. So take the leg that's away from me. Straighten it out. We're going to bend and lift. So hopefully you saw better on the other side. I'm going to turn so you can see that leg. We're doing the same thing. These are tried and true. And you don't realize, I remember I did these all the time, probably in the 80s, 90s. And you didn't realize how much core you're using here. Whether you're here or here, okay? Right there, come on. Lift. So that knee just kind of floats. And the opposite toe is just relaxed and pointed. Come on. Two more. Keep that stretch on the band. Last one. Bring it down. Good job. Whew. Okay. We're going to renegade row. But we're going to keep the band on. And you're going to get heavier weights. And we're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. I know, with a bent knee. So you're going to be here in all fours. Stretch the band. Okay, you're going to lift your right arm into a row. And then left. Okay, so we're just combining back. Now you can do straight leg lifts. You can be here, okay? If that works better for you, or bent. So I'm going to give you time to set up and begin. Keep your back straight. Good. Now we're normally in a plank position for this. This is a good way to get in some more glutes. You can do this with a bent knee. I'll show you that on the other side. So you can go more of like a donkey kick, okay? Just depends what you want. I usually have to flex my foot when I do that. So I'm going to keep with the straight leg lift. And you're pulling your elbow back. Whew. One more each side. Whew. Last one. Bring it down. Take a stretch. We're doing it again. So I had 12s for my first set. And I think I'm going to go a little heavier. I'm going to go 15s. Same thing with the legs. So if you're like, legs are done, then just do the row. You can do it in a plank. And then we're moving on to our last little circuit. Okay. Ready? Here we go. It doesn't matter what arm you start with. Now, you probably don't have to press that much into the weight because you're in an easier position for your core. So we work the back with that dead row. Now we're working a little more unilateral, but I do like the alternating. Push up against that band. You can hold that weight up there a little longer if you like, okay? So hold and then bring it down. Everything's up, everything's down. My legs are dying here. This band is tight. And if that latex band is bothering you, last two, then you can do this without the band. All right. Whew. Keep that band on, get a drink, and we are moving on. Whew. All right. We have a weighted glute bridge coming up. I didn't really use the ball today. Oh well. That's okay. If you have the ball and you would like to use it for like a glute bridge, you can use it. All right. So we're going to keep the band on. You're going to take one weight at your hips, and we're going to do a glute bridge. Up, halfway down, up, all the way down for round one. Remember this, we have 2 rounds of everything. Make sure your heels are close to you. Make sure they're not too far out, and push against that band. Ooh, that's going to be hard. So I'm putting a towel here, and I'm going to take a 15-pound weight. My pelvis. And when you hold it in place, make sure you're not crunching through the shoulders, okay? Because that can just create tension there. So push out on the band. Make sure that weight is at the crease. Ready? Push out on the band. And we go up, halfway, up, and down. Push into that whole foot. I like to bring my elbows a little further out to the side, personally, because I do feel like my shoulders can get tight there. Now, when you come down, you're not really going all the way down. It's not like you're pushing the hips down into the floor. They're more or less just lowering. You're going to try to keep that squeeze on the band. Uh-oh. Did we lose one? Hopefully you come back. All right. And keep going. So 1.5 pulse. I'm actually trying to push into that weight a little bit to create even more resistance. So we have resistance here, resistance with the band. And a little more if you can. Oh, 2 more. Push into the whole foot. You're stretching out too against that band, makes it harder. And bring it down. Oh, release that tension. I'm going to take the weight away and hug the knees in because we're doing that again. Whew. This time we're just going to hold it up, pulse 3 out and lower. Okay, so it's going to look like this: 1, 2, 3, lower. 1, 2, 3, lower. You can do it without the weight as well. Okay, I think I'm going to take a lighter weight because this is a little bit hard. Okay, Same position for your feet. Head is relaxed. Ready? Here we go. So we go up 1, 2, 3, lower. A little quicker. And you're only lowering halfway down. Now, if you don't have the band, you could pretend you have a band, or you could just use maybe a little heavier weight if you want to make it harder. Make sure you're not rolling to the outside of the foot. The harder you push out, the harder it is. Believe me, you're feeling glutes right here. Outer glute, hamstring. Come on. 2, 3. If we're off, you and I, that's fine. Go at your own pace. Don't forget to squeeze your core. You have 2 more. And 1 more. And lower it down. Okay. Glad I lowered the weight for that one. All right, I'm going to take a little stretch forward for my hamstrings and my back. While you have a towel, you can also do that. All right. Okay. We're going to keep the band on if you want. We're going to a narrow chest press. So remember that diamond curl we did? We're doing a diamond press. So it's going to be a little harder, so you might want to go a little lower. We're going up and down with the glute bridge. If you're like, no way with that glute bridge anymore, just keep it down and maybe press out against the band or not. Okay? All right, I'm going to go 12s here. So it's a little different. You're using the chest a little more because you're pressing those dumbbells into each other. This is a good circuit. This is our last circuit. All right. So we are going to do this one twice, and then the next move is right and left. So you're going to take 2 weights together, cover them here. Here we go. Up and down. So your forearms just kind of kiss the rib cage. Doing this one again is killer. Keep that length in your neck. Inhale and exhale as needed here, okay? And next time we do this, we're gonna keep the glute bridge held. Remember, push out from your chest, bring them right into the chest. What you don't want to do is bring them down to your hips. Sometimes that you don't feel it in the right spot there. Think about the weights you have. This is your last one. Roll it up. Think about how those weights felt. See ya. Thank you. Have a good trip. Safe travels. Okay, so we're going to do that one again, okay? And you can think about what weight you want to use. I'm going to use the same weight. We're holding the glute bridge up. All right. So we're going to have those weights up, hold the glute bridge, and go down and up. So repeating things. Sometimes, I think last week we repeated each exercise 3 times. Each, like just getting heavier or lighter weights. At least twice I would recommend, but we're hitting the muscle group several times. So even though we're not repeating this particular move, we're gonna still hit the chest on the next one, okay? Whew. Hold that glute bridge. Sometimes I have to remind myself. Oh, these are awful. You can always pause. You can stop and get lighter weights. Breathe. Squeeze. Breathe. Feel. Almost there. And 1 more after this one. Bring everything down and roll it up. Ooh. Holy chest. Take a little stretch there. Open up the chest. Whew, okay. For this one, I think we're gonna take the band off for this one. I think you'll have a better feel. It's a single leg glute bridge. And you're gonna be doing, on this one, a single, let's do a narrow press on this one. So we're really working on that inner chest. So it's one weight at a time. You're gonna have your right foot down, weight in your right hand, and the left leg is gonna come up. So it's a single leg glute bridge. So your glute bridge is being held with a single press, okay? Now, if you want, you can take this leg in and out, but we're not doing anything with the hips. So whatever you choose, just know we're just holding the hips up. We're not going down and up in the glute bridge. All right, I'm gonna keep a 10 for this one. I'm feeling like it's feeling good. All right, right heel down, weight in your right hand. That right arm kisses the rib cage and it never rests on the floor. All right, I'm gonna keep this leg in and I'm gonna press it out. I just like to do something. Now you can have this other arm up. That's gonna make it harder for your core. So I'm gonna bring my arm down just for almost like a little counterbalance. I'm not pushing that hand. Now this one we're only doing one time each side. In, out. I'm really feeling not only my chest here, but you're gonna get a little tricep here. So you're pushing into this heel. Come on. And I'm gonna show you it just with that leg being here, or maybe you extend it up. Either way, it's a single leg glute bridge hold. One more. Now, if that was hard to finish, you have the right weight. We're gonna go right to the other side. I'm keeping my 10, and I want you to keep the same weight you had on the other side, unless, you're under a doctor's care and they said use an 8 on this side and use maybe a 10, whatever. I see that a lot, and I just want to make sure your doctor's aware of it, because sometimes when you take your own matters into your own hands, it's not right. So we're going to have the weight in our left hand, left heel down, come up to that glute bridge and get it going right away. Now you can have that arm up for a little more core. You can move this leg, but it's controlled. It's going at the same pace. And you want to make sure that this arm comes down to kiss the rib cage. Push into that left heel. Oh, this one's a toughie, because you're getting tricep, you're getting that area of the chest we just worked, getting a little shoulder. Again, you can do this here and just keep it simple. I think I feel that a little more in my left glute when I just hold the leg. I don't know, I must dip down a little bit, so I'm gonna just hold it. And just go straight up. You don't have to twist the body, just go straight up over that arm. Use your breath, squeeze your core. This leg can be bent too. Last one. Oh, bring it up. Oh, open up that chest. Take a nice stretch there. I'm gonna flip around and do my favorite chest stretch, which is child's pose with hands on my back. And I'm gonna walk my elbows in and gently, keyword gently, press into my elbows. Feels so good. It's a good one if you're sitting in a desk or driving. After, you can take a little desk or driving stretch. You can also do this one. It's a good one too. It opens up that chest. We do everything during the day here. Feels good to open it up. All right. What do we have next? Okay. We're going to do another one for the triceps, okay? And this one is going to be in a bird dog, okay? So I'm going to use 8s for this one. And this one's also just right and left. Now your triceps worked here. They also worked with that narrow press a little bit more. And believe it or not, in the diamond press, the curl, diamond curl, and the diamond press. So this is just a kickback in bird dog. So we're gonna have the weights right underneath your shoulders. Okay, we're gonna take the arm closest to me up in a row. So do a row, and then we're gonna kick it back. Okay, this is a harder position to do a kickback in. So I might go a little lighter. You're keeping the elbow up. What I don't want to see is this little bend, big extend. And you can have that opposite leg lifted for a little additional core. So I'm going to take my right leg extended. Arm closest to you is going to start that kickback. This is a tough one. Now, if you don't like having that leg up, maybe you just tap that toe. Keep going. I'm finding I'm rushing it, so I'm going to go lighter. This was a tough workout. We did a lot of slow, controlled movements, things that are different where we're going to feel multiple muscle groups. So if you need to go lighter, go lighter. These are 5s. You can also pulse that leg if you want a little more glute. And I'm going faster because my weight is lighter. You go slower. Reach to the crown of the head. Feel that core instability with that leg up. Last one. Ooh, sit back and stretch. Ooh. Definitely felt my core on that one. Now, I'm going to do maybe 3 or 4 with the heavier weight. And then I'm going to move to a lighter weight. So I'm going to take that 8. Leg closest to me lifts. Now on this side, the 8 feels good, but I'm still going to switch. I'm going to try to keep it even. And I'm going to switch. Reach to the crown of the head. The more you can lengthen the foot away and the head reaching, the better it is for the core. It's going to make it more challenging. Think about a little bit of a bend. So when you do this one, you're not bringing the weight in here. It's here. That shoulder down. Keep going. A few more seconds. Good. 2 more. And last one. Bring it down. So it helps to add your own resistance on that one. All right. Nice job. Come to your back. We have one more exercise to do, which is going to be a pullover. And you can do a little bicycle with it. All right, so you can take 1 weight or 2. You can hold on to the head of the dumbbell like that for your pullover, but just make sure you don't bend the elbow, okay? 2 weights pushed together is the theme of the day, so that's what I'm going to do. Or 1 heavy weight. You can also hold on to the head of the dumbbell. I'm going to grab 2 10s. And we have 2 exercises different. So this was the only one we're just doing this one time, and then we have a fun little abs exercise. I haven't done in a while. All right, so I'm going to have the weights up, legs up. So you're going to do your pullover. This is the pullover. If you want to add a little bicycle, you can. But watch the coordination. What you don't want to do is this. Watch. You don't want to bring the weights this way. Just right here. Because you want to get the full pullover. Head is down the whole time. And you want to keep your back down, gently pressing into the mat. Now, you want to slow the pullover down. You can also do this with your feet down and just go right there. You're still working that core, believe me, because you have to really fight to keep that spine pressing gently down. Push those weights into each other. Working a little more chest. Last one. And bring it in. Nice job. All right, you're going to take one heavy weight, but just as an anchor. So I'm just going to take a 12. It's our last exercise. You're going to hold on to it, but we're not lifting it up. We're just holding on to it to get our hips up a little more. Cross your ankles, okay, and bring your legs up. And we're going to come up and down just like that. I like ankles together or ankles crossed, but you can have your feet parallel. If you do have your feet parallel like this, push your feet into each other. This allows you to get up a little higher. Now I'll show you a variation. You can bring your knees to the right, switch them, and come down on the left. So you go up, switch, come down on the other side. It's hard. So you go up, switch, and down. If you don't like that, keep those ankles crossed and just go right here. So I'm going to let you decide. And if you did cross the ankles, cross them the other way, okay? And you're not really pushing into your ankles. They're just kind of resting there. Same thing if your feet are together. They're just kind of gently pressing into each other. One more. And bring it down. Oh, hug those knees in. One of my favorites right there. Bring your knees towards me or to one side. It's like a weight graveyard here. They're all over the place. Excellent job with that workout. And bring them to the other side. So keep your shoulders down on this one. Great job. Whew. 54 minutes, not bad for total body strength. A little bit of abs in there. Come back to center, hug your knees in. Rock side to side. And lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Roll it up. Good. All right. We're going to come into a child's pose. Stretch out the obliques by bringing your hands to one side. You can bring your hips to the opposite side. Melt into that oblique twist there and go to the other side. And that last exercise we did, I should note, we're only rolling to the shoulder blades. You know, you never roll so high up. We're not really using momentum. Good. We're going to come on up to your knees. And we're just going to put our hands on our low back and just open up the chest. Kind of push forward. And you can lift your head up if that feels good for you. Or you can go to your heels and keep pressing the hips forward. It's a good one to open the chest. It reverses everything we do on a daily basis. But if that's too much, just kind of hold right here. You kind of get that same sensation and release it. Whew. All right, we're going to sit back into child's pose because that's a lot of extension there. So I just like to reverse that. And then come on up and we'll thread the needle. Open up the knees a little bit and thread one hand under. And stretch out the other side. You can take these a little longer if you like. Getting a nice twist there too. Come on up. Curl the toes under. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet here. We're going to take another twist. We're going to take that right hand across the left ankle, look up and under. You can pull on that ankle there, or that shin, whatever you can grab there. Other side. Good. And walk those hands in. And slowly roll it up. Last thing to come up is your head. And roll those shoulders. Give me a nice big arm circle. Take a nice big deep breath and give yourselves a hand. Great job today. So I hope you enjoyed that workout. Don't forget to check out my 7-day ab series on my YouTube channel. So that starts today. So you'll probably see day 1 on there. Day 1 is Pilates abs. Day 2, I believe, is standing abs. They all kind of build on one another. Then there's floor or mat abs, and then there's weighted abs, and so on and so on. So they're meant to be in a progression, but you can mix and match and use whatever. If you've been working out for a while, throw in weighted abs. I just didn't want beginners to start with weighted abs before getting all the other ones. So hope you enjoy it, and I'd love to hear from you. So let me know how you like it, and if you could like and subscribe to this channel, share on your social media, that would be awesome. Thank you.